Hey guys, GameWars016 here back with another video. This time we are doing a Shaundi fan art. If you guys haven't seen the Saints Row series, you're not familiar with it. Shaundi is a character that was introduced in Saints Row 2 and joined the Saints and has been with the Saints since. And her character development, both physically and otherwise, have evolved throughout the series. Actually, as a character, she doesn't really she does change, but it's not too much. Okay, that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video is to show you guys the fan art, and if you guys are noticing, the style of this video is entirely different. I was thinking I wanted to spice things up, and I wanted to make things different, so you can see the label in the upper right hand corner. It's going to be moved around, so if I use reference images throughout the artwork, it's the label, in this case it says sketching. The label won't cover what's actually going on within the project, which as of now is just the white canvas. So don't worry about that. I moved it around appropriately to make sure it doesn't cover up anything that's really going on. I mean, right now it's kind of covering it, but it's going to be moved in a moment, like right now. There we go. So now you can see the reference. This is what she looks like. That's her Saints Row the 3rd outfit, and that's what she looks like when you first see her again in Saints Row 4. For those of you who haven't played the story, I don't want to spoil it. I would suggest either playing through it. I'm not sure if you guys can get access to Saints Row 2. I know I started on Saints Row. I only played Saints Row the 3rd and Saints Row 4, but I did watch a guy named All Sham Nowow, which, if you guys haven't heard of that guy, he's really funny. I suggest watching his Tony Hawk's Underground series, Underground and Underground 2. He's done Tony Hawk's. He didn't do Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. I think he did, Adventures in the Wasteland, or American Wasteland. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. He did that flavor. He's a very funny guy. So yeah, even his older videos are very entertaining. Back when I was, I think 15, 16 is when I started watching him. The dude's hilarious, and especially his Bully series. I even watched that twice. Some of his playthroughs I watched twice because he's just that entertaining of a guy, in my opinion. So I would highly suggest watching him. But basically, I chose to do Shaundi from Saints Row 4 because I was like, okay. I was just thinking of what character I wanted to do, since you guys have been noticing I'm an alternate between male and female. I will give you guys a hint on who I'm going to draw for the next video. The next video, well, like I said, it's going to be male, and it's going to be a character that that I like a lot and that I've talked about in videos in the past. And you guys have probably seen said character a multitude of times on this channel. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you I'm not doing a redraw this time around. I wanted to do something different. I had a different idea in mind. So no redraw for said character. So yeah. So the sketching phase is done, and now we're on to the line art phase, which is when I've been using dark brown lately. I haven't done black line art in a while, but I use dark brown, and then I just do the line art. And I just trace over the sketch, clean it up. I refine the initial line art and add line weight and line variation, and clean up anything that looks what's the word? Not I guess not dirty, but just disorganized and just scribbling. So I make it basically anything that doesn't look clean, I make it clean. That is what this phase is about. And I do this for both the bikini version and then her normal outfit, because for some of the characters, well, actually, since Ronkiku, for the characters you guys have seen that I've done 2 different outfits for female characters. I haven't really been inclined to do that for the male characters, and the sketching is slightly different for the females. Since I'm doing 2 different outfits, so I sketch the actual what the body itself has to look like, as you saw before, and then I also have different layers that are in blue, where I sketch the clothing. So if I'm doing multiple types of clothing, then that's how this goes. So that's just how this is going to go, and I hope you guys like this style of video. It doesn't take too much. It's just me cutting the footage appropriately and then organizing it with the actual photos of each stage of the drawing. That and by the way, these pictures you can see them individually. You can see them individually on Discord as well as the final products, and then any alternative. If I make a alternative version that I don't share to YouTube, it'll be in my Discord server. So if you guys want, because there are some where I've made alternative versions, like the Shaundi one and the Rangiku Matsumoto one. I made alternative versions. They're specifically on Discord. So if you want to check them out, then be sure to join. But yeah, that's just how this is going. And when it comes to the line art, basically the idea is that I did the bikini version first, and then I copied it. So this I copied it after I did the line variation for that one, so it would be less work to do the normal clothing. So then I copied it, and then I erased the parts that are going to be replaced with the jacket, the shirt, the pants, the boots, etc. Whatever clothing I need to have in there. So, and then I just line it, and then I do the line weight just for those sections. So for example, line weight for the arm or the legs, things that I don't have to erase. I don't have to redo the line variation, because obviously if I completely redid the line art for each version, it would take obviously 2 to 3 times longer versus just doing one version, which is what I usually do for drawings. Therefore, I just copy what I did so I guess the best way I can describe it is like, okay, so in a video game, let's say GTA, you want to do the 3 different endings. So then you save, or at least I saw Team Iron do this, so you would save right before the final mission, and then you do 3 different, you'd create from there, you would save on to like 3 different slots for each of the endings of GTA. So that's kind of like what I'm doing here when I copy the original line art and then I just modify it. The line art's kind of like the save point. I don't really think I needed to explain that. That might have been self-explanatory. Obviously, I have reference in the top right. Anytime for most drawings, I use reference, especially if I'm drawing a character that I don't. If I'm drawing a character, an already established character, I'm going to have the reference, but I'm still going to do it in my own style. That's mostly what the reference is for. I'm confident about my ability to actually just draw the human body in general, in whatever position I need it to be. So I just use the reference to actually draw the character themselves. And even if I were to draw my own character, which, speaking of that, I might make some reference sheets for some of the characters for Power Surge, because I think it was a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I finished the first 10 chapters. I wrote the summaries. So the next plan is either one, I do the summary, I do the character references for all the characters, all of them important characters in the story, or I'll write the script for each chapter, which will be an extended version of the summaries, because it'll basically describe every single action that needs to go on in that chapter, every action, all the dialogue. It basically describes everything that has to go on within the chapters, which then will make storyboarding a little bit easier, because I know what has to happen at each point, and how I don't have an idea how long the actual chapters will be in terms of page length. But once I have the script down, it should be easier to plan out and storyboard what I need to go down in each of the chapters. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And yeah, so we're on to the coloring phase. Did the shading, and essentially I did the same thing as I did with the liner. I just copied the original flats and shaded, and then I just changed it around accordingly to fit each of the outfits, the bikini and then a normal outfit. So I think that's about it, and I'll see you guys next time.